Hi guys, it's Rob again from StockTraders.NE T. Today we'll be reviewing PTX, a trade that took place in the room on Friday, April 21st, 2017. PTX populated our 2-minute scanner. This is a scanner that looks for acceleration in volume and price, and a stock move of 10% or more. PTX previous day's closing price was $3.30. Clearly, it had made this move in the opening minutes of Friday morning. We checked our news sources on PTX to determine if there was any reason behind the price increase. There was no recent news. We continued to investigate what was happening. We searched Twitter on the symbol PTX and identified various people had mentioned PTX was a long call by a chat room. In one of our strategies, fading a stock that is running without any technical or fundamental reason is a high probability short trade. Even though we know it is a chat room call, we still need to see if there is an area more than likely to break out on the daily chart. Here we have the daily chart of PTX. What we see here in recent days, this spike here is the 21st, but for the previous 5 or 6 days before, the prices kept making new lows, low, almost a doji there, probably a small price increase, another low. So clearly there was no consolidation, recent consolidation, and no chart set up for a breakout. There were no technical or fundamental reasons for this run in price of PTX. We also took a quick check of the company metrics, including market cap, shares float, and shares short. None of this information set off any warning signs not to take the trade. Returning to the chart for analysis, we begin to look for areas of support and resistance. And clearly, in this case, we're looking for resistance. So if you draw the lines from each signal, clearly we can see a resistance area around 415. See if I can get those lines correct. I see a resistance area around 450. And then up here right near $5 a share. So the resistance areas, we look at the bodies of the candles. So you have a touch here, and a touch here. And then for the 450 area, we have the wicks extending here, almost here, and here. And then we have this area here near $5, just over, and then obviously this day's high of day also of $5. Our entries for this trade would normally be in quarters, unless we have a very unusual run higher where we would enter half a position for the first portion of the trade. So for our first quarter position, switching from the daily to the 1-minute chart, and I'm just dragging the chart back to show the open area. For the first quarter position, we're looking at the 1-minute chart, watching the volume, candles, and price. You'll see that the 934 candle had a large snap in price close to VWAP at that time. The next candle, 935, had lower volume than its previous candle by about 20,000 shares. So again, with the stock previous closing price of $3.30 and PTX now trading near 415 at 935, clearly it's over a 20% move on no news. So based on the daily, this could be a good entry of resistance, and we decided area of resistance, and we decided to take our first short at 9:35. This candle here, right at resistance, our first short was $4.15. Our second entry was at $4.45, again based off of the daily resistance area of 445. And we always look to enter trades on weakness, recalling the recent daily high of $5. The climax candle at 9:38 had 313,000 shares of volume, with two lower volume candles right after. And you'll notice the price exhaustion within those candles. At 9:39, the third quarter was taken at $4.59. Make sure I got it right. Yes, $4.59, given the decreasing volume of that candle. Again, the volume came down significantly, coinciding with the price exhaustion move. Titus is always reminding us a stock needs volume. Traction can go up, but it can also fall on its own weight. If the price hit VWAP near 444 and then regained the high of day near $5, our stop was going to be over the whole number of $5, near $5.10. Again, we focus on the bodies versus the wicks of the candles. Clearly, guys, we discussed our stops ahead of time in the room, and we had our trade plan in place. If we did stop, we would have continued to watch the trading activity for an additional entry. The next area of resistance would have been 620 to 660. That represents an additional 20-point move on no news for PTX at the time. We're watching this video one time, and it's not in real time. Real time is much different. Mental calculations have to be completed on the fly with no emotion, just watching the price in volume. You always need to be 100% focused to ensure the correct reactions are completed. Once VWAP broke at 9:43 on this candle, it was a very good indication we were in a profitable trade. Our first cover was at $4.16 at 9:49. This was the candle. We eliminated risk because our first quarter size entry was at 415. This was almost a break-even quarter position. We had half a position size left, with the other quarter ready to add back if the retest of the high occurred near $5. The cost basis for our trade at this point was $4.38. As you recall, we were very clear what our plan was in the room. If the retest of the high appeared, we were going to add back the quarter position we had already covered. We are now in trade management mode, setting our bids and monitoring price and volume, and always continuing to watch the news when we are in a live trade. Many people got out near that 410 area based on the daily resistance that we had previously identified. The next quarter of the position was exited at $3.96. And let me show you why we picked that area. Using Fibonacci retracement from the high of the day to the previous close, you can see that the 50% area is right here at $4.15, and the 38% retracement is just about $3.95. So our first cover was a penny or two above the 38% fib. 394 now becomes a fib area of reference to that price. So at 10:08, we also had placed another eighth of a position to be covered at $3.76. Again, a few pennies above the $3.72 indicated on the chart. At 10:08, that position was covered. And as time went by in this trade, we saw that the price action was making higher lows, so we set a stop in order to maintain our profit in the stock. We set a stop at $3.92 or 3 cents, and that stop was actually hit at 10:19 on this candle here. So at this point of the trade, we were flat. However, we were continuing to watch price and volume action for a reattempt at VWAP at the time near $4.25. We would have re-entered our short at that price. And this is the PTX Trade Review from April 21st, 2017. There are two options when you trade. Learn the process and complete it on your own via practicing, or spend your life being dependent on someone calling a trade. We at StockTraders.NET want you to educate yourselves about the mechanics of the trade and the markets. When you do, you will have a solid reason behind every single trade you take. If you just join the crowd who may or may not know why they are getting into a trade, how are you going to decide where is the time and place to get in or get out? And surely you don't want to be the last man standing. If you don't know why you're getting in, it's better to just stay out. That's why we didn't take the long side of the PTX trade. What would our edge have been? Learn the process, learn how to study, and identify the trade setups. This one trade made between 10 and 15% on your investment. Learn to think for yourselves. Daily resistance, support, news, company metrics. If it all checks out, act. Thank you, and see you in StockTraders.net.